The one thing that we need worse than anything else today is wisdom. I don't know of anything we need worse than we need wisdom. And I'm not just talking about the people in this congregation. I'm talking about the fact that this entire world is lacking in wisdom. We have plenty, maybe too much knowledge. We have knowledge over opposed to wisdom. This is the choice that our forefathers made in the garden. Jesus told them, or God told them, I believe it was Jesus Christ, just not yet revealed, but God told them of the tree in the midst of the garden, don't eat of that tree. Does anybody know what the name of that tree was? It was the tree of knowledge. Don't eat of that tree. Because God wanted to infuse man with godly wisdom rather than earthly knowledge. Knowledge comes from man in this world, and wisdom comes from the Holy Ghost. The only place that you can get wisdom is it is the gift of God. We need wisdom today. We need wisdom in foreign policy. We need wisdom in national economics. We need wisdom in mental acumen. We need wisdom in our home. We need wisdom in our finances. We need the wisdom of God. Wisdom is the answer. Wisdom is the answer. Now, what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Well, knowledge is something that is accrued over time. Wisdom is the instant gift of God. Knowledge is something that you learn little by little, where you have aha moments and you're catching on and you're learning. You're receiving knowledge by simply living. Wisdom is that thing where the Holy Ghost wakes you up in the middle of the night and you sit dead bolt up in the bed, and all of a sudden all the answers are erased and you know what's going on. That is the gift of God. We have too much knowledge. In fact, the Bible tells us and prophesies that knowledge would increase. That one of the signs of the last days would be the increase in knowledge. Here's the problem. In fact, Daniel 12 and 4 is where you'll find that. The book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 4, one of the prophecies of the last days, is the increase of knowledge. The problem is that knowledge without wisdom corrupts. But wisdom can stand alone. It needs no knowledge. Knowledge is only helpful under the arching umbrella and within the confines of wisdom. What does that mean? Knowledge is knowing what to do. Wisdom is knowing when to do it. Knowledge is knowing how to accomplish something. Wisdom is knowing whether you actually should or not. Someone said it this way: knowledge is knowing that a tomato is actually a fruit, not a vegetable. Wisdom is knowing not to include it in a fruit salad. A lot of people have knowledge, but wisdom is the gift of God. The problem is that most of our knowledge is useless because we lack the wisdom of how to apply the knowledge. Man without God strictly operates in the realm of knowledge. Knowledge corrupts and destroys if it's not restrained by wisdom. Knowledge that runs on its own without the guardianship of wisdom will always cause problems. But wisdom without knowledge can stand alone. It never needs the help of knowledge. We need wisdom on how to raise families. make decisions, how to deal with jobs, finances, future, children, in-laws, and relationships. We are desperate. We are thirsty. We are dying without God-given wisdom. And the Holy Ghost deals with much more than just spiritual things. Some people want to relegate the Holy Ghost to only spiritual things, but the Holy Ghost wants to come in contact and touch and affect every area of your life and your world. John 14 and 26. This is what John 14 and 26 says. I want you to look at this. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things. The Holy Ghost wants to teach you how to do better on your job. The Holy Ghost wants you to give the wisdom to know things other people don't know. The Holy Ghost wants to wake you up and talk to you in the middle of the night about your business. The Holy Ghost will make a successful entrepreneur out of you. The Holy Ghost to teach you how to deal with your addiction. The Holy Ghost will deliver you from your addiction. He wants to teach you all things, not just spiritual things, not just stuff at church. The Holy Ghost wants to get involved in your life and give you wisdom in every area of your life. Did you know the Holy Ghost will help you with your memory? He wants to bring all things to your remembrance. And whatsoever, Jesus said, that I have said unto you. And he wants to do all this through your DNA. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a little while. We're about to get there. I'm going to hurry today.